Good evening, folks, and welcome to this week's episode of Beer Rating with Sean Connors. As always, I'll give my glass just a quick cold water rinse, as per usual. Just to a little quick cleaning, and the main thing is cool down the glass. As you can pour this up, and then we'll look at the can here, and I'll talk a little bit about the beer, a little bit of information I could get, which was extremely limited. And I'll talk about that in a second as well. So we're getting a bit of a red tinge, which to be expected. It's an amber ale, as you might have seen from the can. Quite a bit of head, so I'll let that settle, and I'll talk a little bit about the beer to start off. Alright, reading the can, there's a combination of French and English. Has a picture, it's an olden picture of a bridge, wooden bridge, a horse and a carriage going. And the brewery is Four Brewery. The name of the beer, it's a Havre St-Pierre, Havre. That's a French word. I did a quick translation. It's either harbor or haven. I believe it's harbor, because Havre St-Pierre, from what I've seen, it's a community in the province of Quebec on the north shore of the St. Lawrence. 5% alcohol, just as a beer. And Four Rivers Brewing Company, proudly brewed in Bathurst, Nova Scotia. And that's about it. Pretty limited information, and to tell you the truth, I really couldn't get a lot of information. This is one of the beers I'm kind of disappointed in before I even try it, but I'm also eager to try it. I'm disappointed because I go online, absolutely no website whatsoever. The only information I could find was a Facebook page. They tell a little bit about the brewery itself on the Facebook page, but there's absolutely nothing about the different brews that they make. Typically what I like to do, I like to go online before I taste a beer just to try to find out a little bit about the beer, what can I expect. With this one, like I said, no website whatsoever, and a Facebook page with very limited information. So I don't know a lot about it. So that kind of disappointed me, but at the same time, I'm kind of eager to try it just to see what I'm getting myself into. A little bit of information I did find, as I said, it's American Amber Ale. You're going to get that right from the can. 5% alcohol, once again, straight from the can. The Four Rivers Brewery, it's independently owned and operated. It's a family brewery. It's 4 members of the same family. The name of the brewery is due to the Four Rivers running into Bathurst Harbour. And the only other information I could get was it was a silver medal winner in the North American style amber red ales. I don't know what year or anything else. Like I said, really limited information. Alright, from the color you can see it's an amber ale. I'm going to take a nice little aroma. American Amber Ale, you might be asking, what makes it American? Basically, from what I can tell, the term American comes in because it's American grain hops as opposed to European hops. Give it a taste. A lot of flavor. A lot of flavor, not a lot of aftertaste, which is nice. As I said, the color is amber. That's where the amber ale comes from. Just in general, looking at amber ales, what you can expect. As I said, I couldn't get a lot of information on the brewery or the beer, so I'll just talk about amber ales in general. For color, you're normally looking anywhere from light tan to amber to near black. And this is pretty well a nice amber color. The aroma, it's a rich and sweet. I'm kind of getting that. With caramel, chocolate, or nuttiness. Me, I think with this one, I'm more nuttiness than anything else. They say the flavor, it's a strong malt flavor with a hoppy components. As I said, as soon as I tasted it, I thought it was a nice strong flavor. Not a bad one, but definitely a strong one. Lots of flavor. And again, this flavor, they say caramel, chocolate, toasty malt. And the bitterness, mild to medium high. And that's about all the information I can give you. Amber ales are more, they say it's more North American, Austrian, and also France. And basically they say it's a pale ale with amber malts and sometimes crystal malts, and that's basically for the color. So there you go, folks. That's about all the information I can get for you. I wish I had more, but It's one of those ones you're going to have to try it to find out. I got a couple minutes, like I said. I'm going to go through a post which I posted on my Facebook page. I guess a lot of people are probably reading or viewing the videos on YouTube. There's also a Facebook page with the same name, Beer Rating with Sean Connors. I post all the videos there and they link you to YouTube. Also, after a few days of trying a beer, I'll just post a picture with the rating. And I just post little articles, anything beer related. This is one of the ones I shared. It's from the Beer Sisters, which are two siblings in Canada, which are cicerones. Basically, they're beer experts. And this is how to taste beer like a boss. And they say 6 fundamental practices that truly help your drinking experience. The first one, I'm going to read this directly from them. I'm sorry for doing that. They say warm it a little. They say besides pale lagers and cream ales, most beer styles are not meant to be drunk straight out of the fridge. Cold temperatures numb down your tongue's taste receptors and the beer's scrumptious aromas. They say try your favorite brew after at least 5 minutes out of the fridge and see how the flavor opens up. And just give a serving guide. They say how long you should take your beer in your fridge. They say for wheat and European lagers, 5 minutes. So you want them cold. Pale ales, ambers, triples, stouts, and porters. They say 10 minutes. Basically you want them cool. And then IPAs, bitters, brown ales, saisons, strong stouts, and porters. 15 minutes, which will give you what they call cellar temperature. A lot of people, you take beer straight out of the fridge, and like I said, that's great for lagers type of thing, but you want to get the full experience, that's a guide. And the second rule, they say pour it. They say you wouldn't drink wine from the bottle, so why are you still treating your precious brewskis as a second-class citizens? Pour your beer into a glass, ups the enjoyment factor in 2 big ways. First, it releases carbonation so you can say goodbye to bloat. Second, it creates a foamy top that traps the beer's beautiful aromas and protect it from beer spoiling oxygen. And then it just says her go-to beer style glass is a tulip glass. Number 3, head, learn to dig it. See, as Canadians, we like our beers poured right to the top of the pint glass. Scrape off the foamy waste. You see that at the bar, so a bit of foam, they'll wipe it off. They say wrong. A thick head, 1.5 to 2 inches, is a thing of beauty. And they say it traps the aromatics and protects from ale spoiling oxygen. Sniff it. Once you poured your beer into the beer glass, smell it immediately. Number 5, share it. Find a friend who appreciates beer or food or wine as much as you do. Sit down and taste your beer together. And the final one that the Beer Sisters give. They say pair it. When finding the perfect dish for your beer, you'll be halfway there. If you can find a dish with equal intensity. For that beer, that means not just its alcohol level, but the intensity of its bitterness, roasty malt, and or spice. So there you go, folks. That's from the Beer Sisters, how to enjoy the perfect beer. All right, give my ratings for this one. Four Breweries, the Havre St-Pierre American Amber Ale. This one's a pretty easy one for me. I think I'm comfortable giving this one a 3.0 out of 5. Basically, it's good beer. It's not one that, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for it again, but it's a good beer. I definitely have it again. So there you go, folks. That's my rating for this week's Beer Rating with Sean Connors. Join me next week and we'll try something new. Until next beer, remember, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.